Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ARMAND IZZUDDIN bin KHAIRUDDIN. I am from class DEC1C. So today I will share with you how to make a perfect tea to me. Okay, so first of all, before we started with the tea, I just want to share with you guys some interesting facts about tea. So first of all, humans have been consuming tea for nearly 5,000 years. So it's a very long time ago. But Chinese was the one that discovered tea. Okay, so the next is the most expensive tea is called Da Pao Hong, where it costs 1.2 million per kilogram, and it is cost from Chinese. Okay, so that's enough facts about tea, and let's move on to the demonstrative on how to make perfect tea. Okay, so moving on to ingredients. As you can see, we have a very simple ingredients, but trust me, we all need them equally to make our tea perfect to me. Alright, so first, of course, we have this tea powder, and if you realize, my family kept our tea powder inside a clay container. Why? Because clay container is very cool place, and it's perfect place for tea powder because they will be always in perfect conditions in clay container. Okay, so next we have this condensed milk. Okay, so condensed milk, we need them because to make our tea sweeter yet much richer in flavor, but still delicious. Okay, so the next ingredients is we have this evaporated milk. Okay, so evaporated milk, we need them to balance the sweetness of the tea. Okay, so I realized that lots of people don't use this milk, okay, but because they don't know the secret of them. Okay, so this is why my tea is special and unique. Okay, so the next ingredient is actually salt. Okay, so why salt? Because we don't use lots of them, we only use a pinch of salt, and also to balance the sweetness of the tea. Okay, so now so I'm sorry for that. I reckon to use this type of pot because you can see inside, so we can see the vibrant color of tea, and for me it looks more delicious, more good looking. Okay, so one more thing about my tea is that my family don't use tea like from book or something, but it's very special as we use it's only from my hometown, and it's very special because you cannot find it anywhere at your place, and that's what I believe, and that's why my tea is very special and unique in flavor. Okay, so for the first step in my way is we used to boil some water in a pot, because when we boil it, it will retain the color, the intense color of the tea. And not only that, when we put tea powder inside, it will, of course, it produce more aromatic of the tea. Okay, so it will be, for me, it will more tastier and richer in flavor. Okay, so once the water starts to bubble, okay, after that you only have to put 3 tablespoons of tea powder. Okay, it depends on how much water you put, how water level on your pot. So for me it's only half of pot, so you just put 3 tablespoons of tea. So while we're waiting for the tea to absorb by water, you can stir it, and I can smell very aromatic tea here right now, and I really hope that you guys can smell it too. Okay, for the next step is we have to strain the tea, because we have to separate the leaf and the aromatic liquid. Okay, so here I have my brother here to help me because I need hands and assistant
Yeah.
to help me. So you see, it's very easy and simple
Also hot.
and also hot. Okay, so you can see here with this is leaves, and all we have is only this aromatic liquid. Okay, so when you drink it, you won't get any of this leaf. Okay, so that's it. Next step is, once you finish straining, you can see that the liquid is very darker in color. Okay, so it is wise to add some boiled water to it to dilute it. Okay, so you can add it not too much but not too few. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's it. The next step is you have to put this condensed milk for about 4 or 5 tablespoons of it. So that's first 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. But it's all up to you, it's all up to your taste. If you like it sweeter, then you can add more condensed milk. But if you not a big fan of sweet, then you can just put back some boiled water to make it less in sweet. So we have to stir it so it will mingle well in the liquid. Okay, as you can see, the colors now tend to be more intense and more vibrant. Okay, so this is not done yet, but let's move on to the next step, which is you have to add this evaporated milk. Okay, so this is this is my family's trick for me, because not all people know that you can use this in tea making. Okay, so this only you have to put only a few, like 2 or 3 tablespoons, because you only need to balance the flavor, and not only that, it helps this tea more flavor and richer in flavors. Okay, so for the last step to make our tea perfect is you have to add only a pinch of salt. Okay, as I said earlier, it's to balance the sweetness of the tea. Okay, so a little bit more. Okay, so for you, this is a family trick actually. So the tea will be not too sweet, okay, yet you still got very flavory, very rich tea, okay, milky tea actually. So that's it. Okay, so as you can see, this is our final result of my perfect tea. Okay, so as you can see now, the tea is rested in a English cup. Okay, so now I have my brother here again to taste it. Okay, so yeah.
Shall we try? Bismillah. This is so good, so creamy and very rich and decadent. Yeah.
Here are some tips and suggestions from me as a tea master. So first of all, you have to choose the finest tea, okay, so you can get the best result once you've done make it. So you have to make some research, and you have to spend some money to get the best quality and the finest quality of tea, so you can satisfied with the final results of the tea. Okay, so the second tip from me is it's a must for you to boil the tea first before you go for the next step. Why? Because once you boil it, it will retains the intense color of the tea, and it also will produce very aromatic scent of the tea itself. So it means that the tea will be more tastier and creamier at the end of the result. Okay, so that's the second. And the third one is you have to use the trick, which is you have to put a pinch of salt inside tea for the last step. Okay, why? Because the salt will balance the sweetness of the tea and also will add the more creamier taste, more richer taste of the tea. Okay, but bear in mind that don't put it too much. Okay, so it won't be taste good and it will just be very salty at the end. Okay, so but make sure that you have to stir the tea thoroughly before once you put the salt in it. Okay, so that's all from me as a tea master. Okay, so I really hope that you try this recipe, okay, and I promise you that you will get the best result and you'll be happy to drink this type of tea, my tea. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.